national event final round. Scott Geoffrion from Huntington Beach, California, has made it as far as the semifinals, as has his opponent, Gordie Rivera, in the near lane. Now, Rivera has to be a crowd favorite, Paul. He's from up the road a couple of hours, Yuma, Arizona, and he has Bill Grumpy Jenkins, the famed Chevrolet engine builder, on his team for this season.
I imagine he drug a few fans here to Firebird along with him, and they have tremendous weather, which really has to be helping these engines as they are ready to turn out their tremendous horsepower in this, the closest form of NHRA drag racing pro stock.
The RPMs go up to about 8,000, and it is Rivera who moves first.
Rivera cut a great light. He leads all the way, takes the win. Gordie Rivera with a 741 to a losing 744, and great reaction time. And Gordie Rivera with a whopping 185-mile-an-hour pass through the traps.
You can certainly tell he's performing out here in front of his fans, can't you, Paul?
Boy, he's doing that. He's showing off. And here is 10-time Winston World Champion Bob Glidden as he prepares to face Kenny Delco. Let's go to the far end. Steve Evans.
Arizona's favorite pro stock driver, well, Arizona's only pro stock driver, Gordie Rivera, beautiful, into the semis of 741.
Thank you, boy. That feels really good. I'm telling you, it's been a while.
And when you only have to drive an hour and a half to the racetrack, that's even better.
Yeah, it's saving money. Well, I'm going to try to get ready for the next run. I think the next one's going to be a little tougher.
You've got some good help in the engine department.
Yes, sir. Grumpy Jenkins is with me today, and he's lining me up perfect. The car's leaving real good.
This could be a tough act here.
Thank you.
Looking good and feeling good, Gordie Rivera. In the meantime, back at the starting line, the famous colors belonging to Bob Glidden, the #1 signifying yet another Winston World Championship. He has the support of his entire family, racing their car out of Whiteland, Indiana. In this round, Pro Stock Round 2, he faces Kenny Delco out of Center Reach, New York.
Glidden, of course, in a Ford product, the Ford Probe, one of the most slippery machines around, and that, for Kenny Delco, is a Pontiac Grand Prix. A foul start for Kenny Delco, but you're on board with Bob Glidden. And still, even though Delco left first, you see no sign of it. And it wouldn't matter. He has been disqualified for leaving the starting line before the green light circuit is complete. You can't do that. You're back in the pit.
What looks like a beautiful starting line advantage for Kenny Delco turns out to be a red light. These pro stock drivers cut these lights so close, and those cars lift the front wheels up, it causes them to sometimes red light.
Bob Glidden with a 735 ET ran nearly 187 miles an hour.
Next up, we're going to see a couple of real threats to Glidden's dominance in this sport. It will be Jerry Eckman, the yellow Pontiac car, who won the opening race of the season, the Winter Nationals in Pomona, California. Only his second ever NHRA national event victory from Ventura, California, and he is up against Mark Pawuk. Pawuk has never won. He made a Winter Nationals finals a couple of years ago, but he's qualified here in the #4 position with newfound horsepower.
Pawuk in the far lane in the Oldsmobile, racing out of the Midwest. Of course, Eckman, that bright yellow car on the near side.
Pawuk was away first, but it's Eckman who covers 1,320 feet in the quickest number and puts his front wheels across the stripe ahead of Pawuk. 736 to a 741.
So that sets up the pairings for the semifinal round in Pro Stock. Jerry Eckman will take on Bob Glidden. Glidden has his choice of lanes. And Gordie Rivera will take Bruce Allen. And Rivera continues his campaign with his choice of lanes. Now, let's go down to the far end. Steve Evans is with Jerry Eckman. Steve?
That was a drag race. That couldn't have been by much.
No, it was not by much. He had to come from behind a bit there. He nails you a bit.
Did he get me? I figured he's pretty sharp on the lights, this old boy. And
Pawuk over.
pretty sharp guy. And I figured we had lane choice, so we might have had an advantage. I don't think we had any performance advantage because Mark's out-qualified me and ran awful good the round before, but having the lane choice, I think, gave me a little bit on the ET, and I figured I didn't want to do anything stupid.
You have now lost lane choice against Bob Glidden.
Oh, is that right? What did I run on that pass?
36.
Okay, well, what the heck.
It was important a moment ago.
A great attitude for Jerry Eckman.